the Fox 10 Gulf Stream, this is Next Weather.
Well, it was an active weekend for severe weather across the nation this past weekend. Here's some of the aerial footage of some of the damage left behind in Valley View, Texas. And the Storm Prediction Center says there were more tornadoes across the area. Here's an update on what we saw with this situation from Laura. I got to start over. I don't know why it said that.
From the Fox 10 Gulf Stream, this is Next Weather.
It's been an active weekend on this Memorial Day weekend for severe weather across the nation. Not so much locally, but elsewhere. Here's some aerial footage of some of the damage left behind in Valley View, Texas. A devastating tornado there. The Storm Prediction Center says there were more than 600 preliminary reports of severe weather. Laura Aguiar has more.
My kids ran in and we looked out and we just seen all the damage.
Patrice Childress is one of many survivors who had only seconds to find cover during Sunday's wave of deadly tornadoes.
Tried to make it into the hallway, and that's when we realized we didn't have a roof.
At least 4 children are among the double-digit death toll that spans Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Kentucky.
We know we had one tornado on the ground at least 40 miles. And a number of other tornadoes that spun down and spun back up.
The exact number, Kentucky's governor says, is still being calculated by the National Weather Service.
I also declared a state of emergency for the entire Commonwealth of Kentucky. That allows us to bring in resources, including the National Guard.
Arkansas is also under a state of emergency following widespread destruction and several fatalities there. Some survivors grateful to still have their homes, but facing a lot of cleanup nonetheless.
I knew I'd have at least a couple of trees down, but I didn't realize that all my trees would be down.
In some areas of the South, massive chunks of hail rained down, like these softball-sized pieces collected by a resident in Oklahoma. There are still a couple 100,000 residents without power across the 4 states hit hardest, the majority in Kentucky, as tracked by Power Outage US, with tens of thousands more outages reported across the Midwest, South, and Mid-Atlantic, as dangerous weather alerts stretch from New York to Alabama, threatening more large hail and possible tornadoes through the evening hours Monday. I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
And we remain under a severe thunderstorm watch across our part of the Gulf Coast until 10 p.m. on this Memorial Day. We will have quiet weather overnight, but it has been active. And the Storm Prediction Center has most of our area in a level 1 marginal risk for severe weather, with some spots in the yellow there: Monroe, Conecuh, Escambia, northern Baldwin counties in level 2 slight risk for severe weather. So we do have that potential in the short term. Tomorrow we turn hot but drier. The humidity will be lower, 93. Isolated showers the rest of the week. Highs in the upper 80s to near 90 degrees, and the mornings will be more pleasant. Thanks for joining us here for Next Weather.